Morning. We're on a ferry now. We're heading for the island of Comino. See how cold the water was, but I can't read. It was a bit of a palaver, to be quite honest. This company runs ferries backwards and forwards, which are based in Gozo. There's another company that have got their bases actually on the dock here. We couldn't find where to go when they said they'd never heard of this company before. I think they were just being awkward, to be fair. We wanted to be on this the other day when we were crossing over to Gozo. I think for the island, we don't actually get onto the island at this point. We kind of drive around the side of it and we get on there near what's called the Blue Lagoon. But to be fair, it weren't a bad price, you know. Worked out at about 13 quid each return. There's a few boats ferrying people today. We thought, well, there's another Epson's there. There's about 4 Epson's boats that I've seen so far. They all of a sudden started appearing. So I don't see how that company can turn around and say that. You know, I'm really pleased they didn't go with them now. I only wanted some information of where they were, and they just said never heard of them. Whereas the fellas on the dock side and the other boats had all heard of this company. The English are on this boat, because me and Christina sat here in short sleeve t-shirts. The locals have all got coats on, I'll show you. This is me and Christine. came when she was a child and there was nothing on the island at all. I mean, there's some shops and restaurants, that kind of thing on there now. It's supposed to be a resident policeman and a resident priest. We will be going to his church today. When we've finished today, we'll be going to have a look at a church on the mainland, and it's only open on a Thursday afternoon between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Every other day it's closed. boat that was just dropping here first, which we didn't know. So I dropped everybody off except for us, and we're now heading for Comino. Thought we got the wrong boat there. Nobody had actually told us that we were coming to Gozo first. It came as a bit of a surprise. So we thought we got on the wrong one. Oh dear, never mind. Oh, that's the other one, look. It's just coming in now. So they all come here first. That's the other one. So, away we go again. They've got lots of vehicles there that you can rent for getting around Gozo. So now it's like this. We're just us two. Christine's not happy that we've come here first because they didn't tell us that. Stop, Comino. I think it mostly does, but I know it mostly does Gozo Comino backwards and forwards. It only occasionally goes to Malta. Christine a timetable for what we need for getting back. That big boat there that's the ferry. So that's what we came over to Gozo on before. They run ever so often. There's about one every, I don't know, 15-20 minutes I think. We thought, oh god, it's going to be ever so busy and packed, but I don't know now. We'll see when we get there. If you notice on the ferry there's two bridges, front and back, so it just keeps driving one way backwards and forwards, so it never reverses. We're heading over there, so pretty much where the buildings are. I don't know if you can see them in the distance. I think that's where we're heading for. Very busy. The ferry's very, very busy today, look. I think it's the one that forecast a nice day. We've had a couple of clouds turn up, but it's forecast to be a nice day today. I did get a bit of a shock when we went past the island. Okay, we've just landed on here, and this is what they call the Blue Lagoon. Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look how clear. Look at the fish. There are fish here, look there, look. Okay, we've got a fair bit of walking to do today, so just look at that. We're going to come and have a swim in that later. We've not brought the mask and snorkel with us. We may come back here again, I don't know. We'll see. Well, it's nice and quiet once you get away from the lagoon. There, if you look at them, look how many wasps there are on there, or bees, or whatever they are. I'm not getting any closer. You never know how aggressive they are. We're just saying that the beach area is, oh, it's tiny. You could barely put a towel on it. And we have heard, you know, we've looked on Google, or Christine has, and in the summer it's one of them places where it's just so busy you just don't want to be there. It's absolutely packed, you can't move. Man, you could see why. I mean, the water was absolutely gorgeous. We're going to have a look at this chapel. It's called Chapel of Our Lady Return from Egypt, which is rather a strange name. As Christine's pointed out, it won't be open. We've found that with a lot of the churches here in Malta. We'll have a look anyway. Well, you definitely can't get it. Oh, yeah, it's shut. As we suspected, it's closed. So it says Comino Church. Church is dedicated to the flight of the Holy Family to Egypt. It dates from the early 16th century as it's shown by its architecture, and more significantly its wooden screen separating the officiating priest from the congregation. Well, we can't see that. The feature was present in regional churches from which the original wood screen has disappeared. Comino's tranquility leaves no doubt as to why Comino seems to have attracted some interesting hermits. Two notable characters are linked with the island. One was the holy man Karu, who is still venerated to this day across the sea in Kala, and the 13th century mystic of the school of prophetic Kabbalah of Rama, Ben Samuel Abulif from Saragossa, who is thought to have spent the last days of his life as a hermit on Comino after travelling the Mediterranean far and wide to spread his controversial Messianic doctrine, in which he strove to unite Judaism, Christianity and Islam. For this he was imprisoned and sentenced to death, which he narrowly escaped and found refuge on Comino, where over 3 years he wrote an important work, the poetic Sefer Ha'ut, the Book of the Sign. Shame we can't get inside. Would I like to have had a nose in there. Anyway, we're not on the Blue Lagoon part now. We're on a different part of the island, but look at that. Look how crystal clear that is. How nice. It's beautiful. Not sure if I could get him there, that lizard, so I'm not sure what's on the video. It's a very dry and barren place, Comino, but it's alright. You won't want to live on here. Just noticed something really strange. It's like a doorway and a window into a field. So I presume there was some sort of building here at some time, but maybe that was the... Oh yeah, it's not into the field. Bloody idiot, Stephen. It's into this, which probably would have had animals in it, I'm presuming. I think I'm losing the plot. Oh, this as well. This is chamomile, isn't it? Yeah, we think that this is chamomile. I can't smell anything. But yeah, that's what we think that is. Probably be wrong. Wow, that's a great view. We're heading towards not this building, but the bigger one a bit further up, is an old isolation hospital. So one could only assume that was for people with possibly contagious diseases, maybe. I don't know.
That was quite modern.
Yeah, there's a modern building there, but a bit further up, you can't see it yet, but as we get round this corner, we should be able to see it. You might just be able to see the roof there, just in front of us. Christine just tells me, I think she's just looked it up, that it was for the military and to isolate patients with TB. You can't get into it. However, this is where it is, up here. Still can't see it properly. You could see it better further down below. There's a bit of writing here, I'll give it a read. It says it's the largest building on Comino, excluding the hotel, is the isolation hospital erected by the British military authorities in the last decade of the 19th century to provide a quarantine station for troops returning to Malta from plague-stricken ports in Levant. The isolation hospital was fully equipped and manned to deal with eventualities which in reality rarely arose. There's a bit about education here as well. It says a school in the form of an all-age class was opened in 1948 for the few children living on the island. The class was held in one of the rooms in the hospital building. The school continued functioning until 1965, when apparently there were no children of school age. In 1961, an evening class was introduced for the adult residents of Comino. This group of jolly people, as a visiting school inspector called them in his report, met 4 times a week. There wasn't necessarily TB then.
Oh, it says on the internet that it could be anything.
Yeah. You just know you can't get in anymore. So that's the hospital. It's funny how when you read some things, like look at the old car in there, when you read some things, what it tells you what it's for, specifically for TB patients, then when you read the actual information that's there, that the island's put on, it doesn't mention TB at all, although that is a disease. Look at that view. Well, I suppose you call it the courtyard for the hospital. So somebody's kindly put a gun there. But yeah. Well, I don't know if you can see that in the distance. I'll just walk to the corner of the grounds up here, but there's the red tower there in the distance. Get to this corner and have a look. We're going to go up there in a minute and have a look at the tower on this side, but you can't get in, it's closed at the moment, so it looks like they're doing it all up. But that's a look across back into Malta. Fantastic. There's the tower. Okay, there's the tower. We think it's a replica of the red tower that we were at the other day. There's I don't think they call that the Crystal Lagoon. That I'm not sure if that is the Blue Lagoon or whether that's a little bit further round. But I do know that's shut. Just look at the sea though. Fantastic. Look at that water there. I wouldn't want to be on that boat, it's a bit too busy for me that. But wow. Look how clear that water is. Fabulous, isn't it? Absolutely fabulous, stunning. But the boat is packed, isn't it? I mean, that's looking towards Gozo. Wow, absolutely beautiful. Don't know how deep it is, pretty deep. Water's amazing. You can see why they would have hired the boat. Beautiful.
Turn left.
And then there's an arch through the rocks there. There's like a window over there. It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Beautiful. Can't get over the water and how clear it is and clean looking. Apparently what makes it that colour, that turquoisey colour, is silica. Apparently there's high levels of silica in the water. leave the Blue Lagoon now. Crystal Lagoon.